The phone rang at 12:47 a.m. Not mine. Hers. It vibrated against the glass table like it was trying to escape. I watched it from across the room. Didn't move. Didn't blink. Her name lit up the screen in soft white. Then his, saved under something casual. Something forgettable. Arif, Jim. I almost smiled. She was in the bathroom, humming. Off-key. Carefree. Like nothing in the world had teeth. The phone kept vibrating. Relentless. Needy? I stood up slowly, each step measured, like I was walking across thin ice. Didn't touch it. Just looked. The screen went dark, then lit up again. A message this time. Miss you already. Short. Careless. Confident. The kind of message you send when you're certain no one else is reading. I exhaled through my nose. Quiet. Controlled. By the time she stepped out, wrapped in a towel, I was back on the couch. Exactly where I was supposed to be. Who was it? I asked, not looking at her. She didn't hesitate. Spam, she said. Too fast. Too smooth. Like she'd practiced lying long before she met me. I nodded. And that was the moment something inside me shifted. Not broke. Not shattered. Just rearranged. Like furniture in a room I suddenly realized wasn't mine anymore. Ugh! Dinner was her idea. Just something small, she said, fixing her hair in the mirror. He's been going through a tough time. He? Not a name. Not yet. I leaned against the doorframe, watching her. Every movement deliberate. Every detail perfect. Not for me. Never for me like this. Don't sit with us at dinner, she added casually, adjusting her earring. He'll feel uncomfortable. There it was. Finally. Clean. Precise. Almost respectful in its honesty. I nodded. Sure, I said. My voice didn't betray me. It never does. She smiled. Relieved. Like I'd just made her life easier. Like I was cooperating in something I didn't understand. But I understood everything. Just not all at once. Not yet. And that's what made it interesting. Oh, I didn't ask questions. That's the mistake people make. They rush. They confront. They need answers immediately. Like truth is some kind of emergency. It's not. Truth is patient. It waits. And so did I. That night, after she left, I didn't follow her. Didn't call. Didn't text. I opened her laptop instead. No password. She trusted me. Or underestimated me. Same thing. Messages. Photos. Fragments of a life I wasn't invited to. There he was. Arif. Jim. Smiling in ways I hadn't seen her make me feel in months. Maybe ever. I scrolled slowly. Methodically. Like reading a case file. Dates. Patterns. Gaps. Lies filling the spaces in between. Late at work. Girls' night. Headache. Each one now had a face. A place. A timestamp. I didn't feel anger. Not yet. Just clarity. Cold, sharp clarity. The kind that cuts deeper than rage ever could. Ugh! She came home around 11 that night. Smelled different. Not perfume. Something warmer. More human. Dinner was boring, she said, kicking off her heels. I nodded again. Of course it was. It always is when you're pretending. She curled up next to me like nothing had changed. Like she hadn't just carved something out of me and left it bleeding quietly. I let her. Wrapped an arm around her. Pulled her closer. She sighed. Comforted. Safe. That's when I knew. This wasn't a mistake. It wasn't confusion. It was a choice. Repeated. Refined. Perfected. And I wasn't the victim. I was the last to know. There's a difference. A big one. Victims react. I observe. And I plan. Oh! The next few days, I became invisible. Not physically. Emotionally. I watched. Listened. Collected. Phone records synced to the cloud. Location history she forgot existed. Receipts? Tiny, insignificant details that, when arranged properly, told a very complete story. I didn't confront her. Didn't accuse. Didn't even change my tone. If anything, I became better. Kinder. More attentive. It confused her. I could see it in the way she looked at me sometimes. Like she was trying to figure out what I knew, or what I didn't. The truth is, I knew enough to understand that this wasn't about him. It was about her, and what she thought she could get away with. and I was about to show her exactly how much she could. The invitation came again. Dinner tomorrow, she said casually. Same place. I looked up, met her eyes this time. Should I stay home again? She hesitated, just for a second, then nodded. Yeah, it's just easier. Easier. I smiled. Of course. And that's when I decided. Not in anger, not in pain, but in absolute, undeniable calm. Tomorrow night, I wouldn't be here, not waiting, not watching, not existing in the background of her carefully constructed lie. No, tomorrow night, I'd disappear and take everything with me. I started packing before sunset, not in a rush, not like someone escaping, like someone relocating with purpose. Every item had weight now, not physical, emotional, calculated. The watch she bought me on my birthday went into the box. The photos on the wall, down, carefully. No broken glass, no noise, no evidence of chaos. I wasn't leaving a scene. I was erasing one, ours, piece by piece. Her side of the closet stayed untouched. Perfect. Intact, like a museum exhibit of someone I used to know. I folded my clothes with precision, shirts aligned, shoes cleaned before packing, even the books stacked in order of how they taught me to think. Because that's what this was. Not heartbreak. Education. Expensive. But thorough. At 9:12 p.m., she texted. We just got here. I stared at it, thumb hovering, then typed. Enjoy. No punctuation. No emotion. Just enough to exist. Then I turned the phone face down and kept packing. By 10:30, the apartment echoed. Empty spaces where laughter used to live. Where silence had already taken over weeks ago. I just hadn't acknowledged it yet. Funny how absence doesn't begin when someone leaves. It begins when they stop being yours. I walked through each room one last time, not reminiscing, assessing, making sure I didn't leave anything behind. No traces, no attachments, no reasons to come back, except one. The drawer by the bed. I opened it slowly. Inside, a small stack of printed pages, neatly clipped. Phone logs, message screenshots, location data, dates, times, proof. Not for her. For him. Midnight came quietly. I was already gone. Suitcases loaded. Keys placed on the kitchen counter. Lights off. Door locked behind me with a soft, final click. No hesitation. No looking back. Just forward. Always forward. The call came at 12:47 a.m. Right on time. I let it ring twice. Then answered. Her voice was different now. No melody. No control. Where are you? She asked, breath uneven. I didn't respond immediately. Let the silence stretch. Let her sit in it. I came home and... She stopped. I could hear it. The realization forming. The weight of empty rooms. He's still here, she whispered. Of course he was. I timed it perfectly. I know, I said. Calm. Flat. What is this? Her voice cracked. What did you do? I leaned back in the driver's seat, staring out at nothing. Relax, I said softly. A pause. Just enough. Now he can eat comfortably. Silence. Heavy. Crushing. Then, you knew? She asked. Finally. The right question. I know everything, I replied. No anger. No volume. Just truth. Undeniable. I could hear her breathing. Fast. Shallow. Panic setting in like a slow poison. I didn't mean... She started. I cut her off. You meant all of it. Another pause. But you never thought I'd notice. That one landed. I could feel it through the phone. A quiet collapse. He's asking questions, she said, almost pleading now. Good. That's why I left the folder, I said. What folder? Of course, she hadn't seen it yet. In the drawer, I added. The one you stopped opening. A sharp inhale. Then movement. Drawers opening. Papers shifting. And then nothing, no words. Just silence. The kind that screams. I imagined it. Her standing there. Pages in her hands. Him watching her. Understanding. Slowly. Painfully. The same way I did. Except I gave him a shortcut. I'm considerate like that. Why would you do this? She finally asked. Not angry. Not yet. Just broken. I smiled. Not out of joy. Out of symmetry. Because you asked me not to sit at the table. A breath. Sharp. Unstable. So I made sure neither of you would ever sit comfortably again. Ugh! I ended the call before she could respond. No need for closure. I already had mine. Ugh! The road ahead was empty. Quiet. Clean. For the first time in a long time. It felt honest. No lies hiding in the corners. No half-truths pretending to be love. Just me, and the silence I chose. People think revenge is loud, explosive. Messy? It's not. Not when it's done right. It's quiet. Precise. Permanent. Ugh! I didn't lose her. I removed her. There's a difference. And once you understand that, you stop grieving. You start moving. Forward. Always forward.